Do you need 20% for a down payment? People ask this all the time. I'll tell you. If you like this video and you'd like to learn more about mortgages, be educated, know what's going on in the market, like, share, subscribe below, show us the love. We'd love to have you as a subscriber, and that way once a week you'll get good mortgage advice. No, you do not need 20% for a down payment. That is old school. That's the old way. Can you put 20% down? Sure. Does it help you avoid PMI? Yes, it does. But is that always the best way to use your money? Is that the best way to use your savings? Sometimes it's not. If that's all the money that you have, or the majority of your savings, and you put it all into the home, you have no room for cushion, no buffer if anything goes wrong. Sometimes just putting 10% down and having a small PMI payment, which will drop off once you hit that same threshold of the 78% of the original value. Doing that small amount of PMI might be worth it to you to have the security to not have spent all of your money, and then God forbid something goes wrong, you have to go finance that. And so you actually put yourself in a worse position. So that's one reason it may not make sense. The other reason it might not make sense to wait for 20% down is you don't have 20% yet. And so you're waiting to save because you don't want to pay PMI, and meanwhile the market is getting away from you. People that I talked to a year ago or 2 years ago that thought they wanted to save that 20% because they had in their mind that they did not want to pay PMI have lost 50 to 70 to 100 and some $1,000 in equity because of the appreciation in our market. So would they have been better off buying with 5% and paying a little bit of PMI to gain that 100,000 or whatever it may have been in equity? Yes, they would have been better off doing that for sure. The other time, paying PMI and doing a lower down payment makes more sense than doing a large down payment is if you want to do improvements to the home, or there's other things that you know you're going to want to do. You might want to take those monies and make sure you have the money to do what you want to do to that home versus getting into a home equity line of credit with a higher interest rate or having to finance for those items. And lastly, the most important is many times people have other debt. They have credit card debt or a car payment or something that is a bigger monthly payment. So let's just say, you had $20,000 or $30,000 worth of debt, and you could take those additional monies and pay that off versus putting more down on your home. That might make more sense because right now you can still borrow in the really, really, really low interest rates, lower than we've seen in mankind, right? And having that low rate and financing a little more money with some PMI on an appreciating asset is usually a better way to spend money versus having debt, which is a depreciating asset or no asset at all. A lot of times it's credit card debt on things you've already bought that you don't even know what those things are anymore. So should you wait for a 20% down payment, or should you buy today if you have 5 or 10%? Well, it really is an individual choice. However, you really need an advocate and an advisor. We really try to be that person for you so we can come alongside you, lay out the options, the pros and the cons, and help you make an educated decision. Many times doing the lower down payment today to get into that home and ride up the appreciation is a much smarter choice than waiting to save for 20%.